Suppose neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So,
hits the afterburners. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll go to the ground. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding this quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They've moved it into scoring territory. First and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Going for 6. He caught it.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Rides to back and leaves it. Got enough for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
First and 10 from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's McGooligan. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. Looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
To the ground. He's got it again. Makes a man miss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Denson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wants to throw. It's McGooligan. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to buy time. There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Georgia! Fired in from the red zone for the score. And it feels feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
Catch in the middle, it's Denson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's McGooligan. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to the...
Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to his...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
To the air, it's McGooligan. Right down the middle. Pulls it in.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up in great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give on the inside. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Release to the back. Tosses it incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's McGooligan. Looking left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw, it's McGooligan. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
So much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit as he throws. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Handoff to the lone back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Denson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking downfield, it's McGooligan. With the catch, it's Denson. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Nice play. This running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Everett. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Denson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
It'll be third and long. Back to pass, it's McGooligan. They're working that left side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, they're up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get it clean.
There he goes. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. A nice decision by the QB.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. First down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's McGooligan. Trying to beat the DT. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Oh, he makes the catch.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Eaton. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia Southern has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 24 to Kansas State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got his man quickly. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
He leaves it with his back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Offense gets set for second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Second down coming up. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State, a toast to the Florida Gators.